Hey guys, this is Matt from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Card Game Podcast. I'm going to be talking about a deck that I've been playing for like the last week and a half, maybe 2 weeks now. I've basically put Plants, Noden, Lightsworns, and like Junk Synchro all together. And the reason for that is because Instant Fusion summons Noden, and with all of the tuners that are in Synchro Plants and Lightsworns and stuff, that basically gives you any Synchro on the spot. And one of my favorite cards, Synchro Fusionist, has always gotten Instant Fusion. So I was like, this seems like the perfect time to just make a random deck out of stuff that I like. I like all of this stuff. And I wanted to see how good Noden was, because on the podcast we talk a lot about, well, at least I do, I talk a lot about how this card is not necessarily broken, just kind of excessive. Like, it's just blah. It's really good, which we always talk about how we want good cards that are generic and, you know, can be used in any deck. But I think this fits a spot where it cross-connects like too many things. But then again, that's Yu-Gi-Oh! So whatever. I just figured I'd throw this and all of the things that I like into a deck and see how it plays. Because you know me, I love Frankenstein-like decks. If my opponent isn't still confused at what I'm running by the end of the duel, then I haven't won. So this is like the second version of my deck. I have Shaddolls. I've kind of been getting tired of the options that I've had, so I figured I'd add Shaddolls to kind of spice things up and see what other options this would bring to the deck and what other things I could think of. 2 Quick Draw Synchron, some Raiden, some Junk Synchron, Illumina, and the Lightsworns are in here mostly for the mill setup. I have 3 Solar Recharge, 2 Charge, just to put all of this good stuff in the graveyard. And I added Doppa Warrior recently, but I haven't really used it ever, so I could just take it out, it doesn't matter. Synchro Fusionist is like the bread and butter of this deck, it's freaking amazing. And Flip Flop Frog, which is a level 2 water monster, so that Junk Synchron can bring it back from the graveyard in case Synchro Fusionist is there and things need to get started. And since Instant Fusion, not Instant Fusion, but since Synchro Fusionist can get fusion cards from your deck, Miracle Fusion is a target for that, and so is Shaddoll Fusion, so I have Absolute Zero in the deck, which is hilarious because you synchro just a ton and you don't stop, and then when you are done, you're not done because you play Miracle Fusion and you get this. So I'll just pull out the other deck. This is previous Nodenswarns without Shaddolls or Noden Plant, whatever. So I have Malicious and Plague in this one, and all the same instant fusions and stuff, Absolute Zero, 2 Miracle Fusions because it happened a lot, and Mariner so that I could instant fusion into random level 8 synchros or whatever. So that's why Absolute Zero has held on Noden Nodenswarns. Then kind of standard stuff, Level Eater, Spore, Glow Up Bulb, all these spells. The era of frickin' 3 Reinforcement of the Army and 3 tuning is just absolutely insane. Like, you just get what you want when you want. And this is a lineup of the Synchro monsters down at the bottom. There's not enough space for everything that this deck can do at once. I mean, I love both of these cards. I like the Stardust Spark Dragon a little bit more than Stardust Dragon just because it has more of a body, I feel like. Giving me the option of protecting a card just has always been more useful. Because if someone's going to destroy something, they're going to destroy it anyway, and Stardust Spark Dragon seems like a more less of an investment, I guess, because Stardust Dragon, it's like, oh, I gotta wait for them to, you know, activate a card that destroys, a spell or trap or monster effect that destroys. But with Stardust Spark Dragon, I think the added bonus of protecting a monster from being destroyed by battle helps with like summoning a Hyper Librarian and a Spark Dragon randomly and just sitting on that. Then 2 Noden, and like I said, I just added Shaddolls, so this level 5 Gal Winda is in here, Construct is in here, and then the Mariner is in here just for other synchro potential. And all of these extra deck things is just silliness that... Junk Archer is fantastic, but all this stuff is just silliness, side deck, random stuff. So I will switch now to a replay just to kind of show you how the deck works, or things that it can do. And bear in mind, this is like the first duel that I played immediately after putting in Shaddoll, so I was like a kid in Toys R Us with a $1,000 gift card. Like, you don't think about what you're putting in your cart, you'll just think about it after you've made the purchase, and you're like, what have I done? So, I play now. So, dude just has Crystal Beast apparently, summon Raiden to mill, and I wanted to put Synchro Fusionist on the top of my deck to mill it because I have 2
A new monster has appeared. Monster, special summon.
I was very surprised he didn't double Sapphire Pegasus up on that. And then I draw an instant fusion, and I'm like, oh dear lord.
Monster, special summon.
Hyper Librarian gets me another instant fusion for next turn, summons Noden, summons Raiden, summons Spark Dragon, which I really like this.
Monster, special summon.
A bunch of other random stuff.
Special summon. Monster, special summon. Monster, special
and I previously had Quasar in this deck, and that's what I was going for right now. I was like, I guess I'll Quasar, and I was like, oh, I took out Quasar, crap. I guess I'll just end here.
A new monster has appeared. Monster, special summon. Attacking. Damage inflicted. Attacking. Damage inflicted. Monster, special summon.
And I should have chained this to his effect, but I was like, I want to be done.
Special summon. A new monster has appeared.
Because why not?
Special monster.
So Synchro Fusionist again, get Shaddoll Fusion, because why not? I was going to Shaddoll Fusion in here somewhere, but I just got super carried away. I was like, oh, I can summon Junk Destroyer and destroy his thing, and then attack from game. I was like, and then, but I draw Shaddoll Hedgehog apparently, which just gives me Winda, which is fantastic. And then boom.
Attack damage inflicted. Attack damage inflicted. Attack damage inflicted.
So that was a game of this deck. Like, being able to arbitrarily now summon Shaddoll monsters and like discard them with Drill Warrior's effect, like turn 1 or whatever, if I happen to have them, and being able to instant fusion Winda onto the field and then synchro with it if I had milled a Shaddoll fusion into the graveyard to get it back is kind of interesting. I'd like to see where that goes. And that's really it. The Flip-Flop Frog, again, it's just hilarious because it doesn't target. And most of this deck is a bunch of like garbage that's used for synchroing, sure, whatever. But like a set Flip-Flop Frog, nobody expects that. And nobody knows what it does anymore, so it's just hilarious. But yeah, so back to the deck. This is the deck. It is fun. I am going to keep randomly generating other deck lists to play around with, because this is really fun. It's just so many options and so much self-touch and so much Meta Knight syndrome that I'm really, really enjoying it. And Noden is just stupid, amazeballs, ridiculous. So thanks guys for watching this video, and I hope you check out our podcast and comment and or subscribe. Thanks.